Thank you so much, Chairman and sponsor. Thank you for answering the questions. Thank you to legal. Look, I think this bill, unfortunately, is following a consistent pattern of hurting and sending a shot across the bow to our immigrant community and people who are immigrants, that they are not welcome, that they need to live under fear of deportation. I, unfortunately, regardless if that's your intent or not, sponsor, believe that's what this legislation does. And there are two significant concerns that I have with it, and it does relate to the 287G program, because there are two models. There's a jail enforcement model, there's a warrant service officer. But in order to participate, the federal government has said participating jurisdictions sign a memorandum of agreement with ICE. State and local law enforcement officers participating in the program must possess U.S. citizenship and all these other things. There's a process today, if localities wanted to do this, to be able to do it, right? To be able to send this information or to do exactly what your bill is seeking for them to do. And I have a very serious problem with, again, us dictating and telling our local law enforcement agencies that now this is an added responsibility that they have to take on. Because regardless of whether or not it has this fiscal note, and this is the second part, one, there's a program that's in place. Well, the first problem is this is xenophobic legislation. The second problem is there's a program that's in place to meet the needs that you have. Knox County has done this. They're being sued about it. Nashville had this for a while. It's no longer operating. Like, we've tried this. It has not worked. But then I think last is the local law enforcement agencies are now taking on federal government responsibilities. And resolutions that were just passed by this committee said this was a federal government responsibility, that it wasn't the responsibility of the Memphis Police Department to take care of our immigration issues, immigration problems. We've got enough problems. We don't need to be adding to local law enforcement immigration enforcement. When we have other things that we need for our law enforcement to be doing, and the cost of doing this is going to be substantial, it will be significant, and I don't think we need to be taking time away from our officers in our communities from prioritizing the issues that they need to. And so with that, I can't support this legislation.
Thank you, Representative Pearson. We move on